Hi, my name is Tim Ria, host of Informed Health 2015. Super excited to be here with Warren Kibbe, who flew all the way from Maryland. And you're with?
I'm at the National Cancer Institute.
So the National Cancer Institute's a really interesting organization, and today we had a panel, Precision Oncology, powered by informatics and digital technology. That's a mouthful, but really important. What is your background?
So I'm actually a chemist by training.
Okay.
I have my PhD in chemistry.
Great. And then you flew all the way out here because there's bringing together a whole network of people to deep dive into different subject matter. How did you become an expert in this space, and then what did you talk about inside?
Right. Well, so connected health is becoming a big deal at this point in time, where I think it's really about how do we bring not just technology together, but actually patients together in novel ways, and how do we bring the healthcare team really into the patient or to the patient.
What do they mean by connected or precision medicine? What's that definition?
Well, so I think a lot of folks have different definitions for precision medicine. To me, it's all about how do we start to integrate data that's around individuals, but we want to do it across the entire country. We don't want to just look at one patient's data. It needs to be in the context of everyone else that looks somewhat like them. So everyone, for instance, from a cancer perspective, all the breast cancer patients across the country, we want to be able to tell what's similar about them, what's different, and when we understand which parts are similar, which parts are different, we can do a better job of predicting what particular therapy is going to help a particular person. So that's really the essence of both connected health and precision medicine. So how do we start to be able to do that comparison more or less in real time? So we shouldn't have to wait for clinical trials to complete. We should be able to learn from patients as they're coming through our doors.
What's happening today in the world of technology and creativity that's enabling this to happen?
Well, so part of it is that we now have devices that sit in our pockets that keep us connected to the world every day. And part of it's the social change. So now we're expecting as consumers to have better access to data, and we expect our healthcare providers to have better access too. And the reality is at this point in time, the healthcare providers don't have access to the data that everyone assumes they do. So how do we create those technologies? How do we give them access to data that really helps them help patients?
What were some other areas of interest that our audience would be interested to hear what you brought to the table today?
Yeah. So one of the things I didn't get to talk about, but I think is really wonderful, and that's all the things that the National Cancer Institute has done with genomic data. So there's something called the Cancer Genomic Commons, the data commons that we're starting, where we're taking genomic data that's been produced by different groups across the country, across the world, and bringing it into one place.
Okay,
so
great.
Learn from that.
So it's like one data set. And then I think what's going on, too, is it's a fusion of all this different data from EMR to your personal DNA.
Right. That's a little outside of the scope of what the NCI can do, because we can't obviously do that. But I think it's incredibly important that we have data from EHRs that is shareable between organizations, between institutions.
So there's like 600 people here today. What types of folks are you trying to connect with, and what types of folks out there should try to reach out to you?
Well, so again, I think from the National Cancer Institute perspective, it's how do we start to enable this discussion? And again, what's really exciting here is we have 600 people, as you pointed out, that are all talking about connected health and what that is, and everyone brings a little different perspective to the discussion.
Okay. You have a Twitter handle, right? And how do people follow you?
I'm W.A. Kibbe, so Kibbe. That's my handle.
Okay, so that's Warren Kibbe. Thanks for being on the show. Nice to meet you in person, and congratulations for having a great panel.
Wonderful.